So career fairs happen once a semester. For fall semester, it would be around September end or maybe October first week. And for spring semester, it would be around February end. And companies, it depends largely on like the market scenario and if some companies hiring or not in that quarter in that semester. So you will find companies from Microsoft, Google, and Facebook to local New York companies. Most of them would be financial startups. So that was one of the biggest advantages, that you get a lot of local companies coming in because it's just easier to travel for them. They are already in New York City, so it's easy for them to set up a camp. MS and CS students, I would say everyone gets more than one internship. For other departments like let's say IOR, I have seen students struggling. I have seen them going to various networking events and really going out of their way and trying to form relations on LinkedIn or offline. It could be anywhere from like your minimum wage $16, $17 to more of a monthly wage kind of a scenario. I would say for CS students it's pretty good. Bracket would be $4,000 and above a month. Of course, internships convert to full-time jobs. I think the way students should look at it is internship is your extended interview where they want to be 100% sure that they want to offer you a job. So at least this is the format many of the companies have adopted here. For example, this semester, we saw that Facebook did not take any full-time students for CS as well. They only gave a conversion to their interns. So it is a pretty realistic scenario, and I think internship should be taken very seriously. You study once properly for an internship, and you might not have to study again for any job. You can use it. As far as career fairs or full-time jobs, it's not really different. It's pretty much the same. The difference would be in the interview process itself. Internship, you are not expected as much as you're expected in a full-time interview, of course. So for an internship, you might have 2 or 3 rounds of coding interviews or whatever, one, something like that. But for full-time jobs, then you'll have 7 to 8 rounds or something. As far as preparing for the interview process, I think a lot goes on into that, right from how you behave and how you portray yourself to your coding skills and your grasp on algorithms and competitive coding questions. I'm sure everyone have heard of popular websites like LeetCode or Codeforces or CodeChef and things like that. So it is pretty standard. It is pretty similar to what we have in India. If you are someone who is looking for a senior position, let's say you have some experience in India, 2 or 3 years of experience, and now you want to get a level 2 kind of a senior position in your software development career. With the algorithms and the competitive coding part, I would say designing, system design interviews and leadership skills and things like that are also valued. So there will be a lot of HR rounds as well. They'll take you for lunch or something, and then 2 or 3 people will be with you, and they'll assess you in that scenario, how you are acting and all. So there are lots of factors here. At your internship also you have to take care of those things, how you behave and how you project yourself and things like that. It does help. There's no denial in that. Earlier I said it's not an absolute requirement. I'm sticking to that statement, but it's definitely an advantage to have experience. It's obvious, I guess. I mean, if you are hiring and if you have 2 people, one who has some experience, it's always better to have someone with experience. I think everyone received a job, a full-time job. As I said earlier, I think most of them had more than one opportunity at their hand. Average salaries, I would say everyone is in 6 figures. it depends now on individuals, like how they have negotiated, what they are worth, or what the company feels they are worth, and there are lots of moving parts here. But I think everyone is on 6 crore.